Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we found the time discrepancy between the wall clocks and Nekomaru's chest clock, as well as used that to start whittling down the number of suspects and the implications of everyone's account and alibis. In this episode, we're going to continue down that path and see where it leads. Currently, we were thinking that Nagito had something to do with it because he didn't have an alibi, but now we're starting to figure out that all these rooms were soundproof. We haven't actually explicitly said that yet, but I think that's what's coming up real soon. The people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is what these three have in common. Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? Oh, goody. We're starting off with a hangman's gambit. Uh-oh. I have no idea what this is. Shoot. Well, it's not gonna start with an X. Maybe an R? No. Damn it. I have no idea what this... Because I'd say that... Damn it. Damn it, I wanted to try the O. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. I honestly don't know what this word is. Stop spawning right towards the end of the stuff. I'm honestly at a... I still don't know what this could be. Because I keep coming up with Deluge, and I know that's not it. Oh, Deluxe. That's why all the X's were coming up. Okay. Deluxe rooms. I'll hold on to the S. No, I need the R. Now I need some O's. Oh, would you look at that? I got all the ohms Oh! Come on, give me an M. There's my M. I couldn't spell rooms! I was in such a hurry. But I actually kinda salvaged it a little bit. Wow. Deluxe. Because I wanted to go with, like, soundproof or soundproof rooms or something like that. I forgot they were actually called Deluxe rooms. Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in Deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the Deluxe rooms are soundproof. The guest rooms are divided by the quality grade. Deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. Standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems. The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise? Well, that's right. It was because the Deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Ajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Stop being so arrogant. Good lord. And the thing is, he was being kind of a dick to everyone else, but I mean, now he's getting a little more targeted again. It's starting to really kind of grate. As if he wasn't already annoying and evil and sadistic enough. Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer? Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is? Why? Well, the fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer. The decisive factor? It's really not that complicated. Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Now we're getting to the real answer. Sorry, buddy. God. I can't believe it, man. Oh. I'm gonna miss him. God, I'm gonna miss him. Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right? And what's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it. Why were you able to hear it? Hear what? I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear the alarm? Now that you mention it... Gundam? There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge, right? Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right? Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? You were in the lounge the entire time. After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while, am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't have been able to go back. Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance. Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire. In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Why do they have to do the sidle every time? Just bring up the flash and get to talking. There's no reason to have him peek around the corner every time. We get it. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower. And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge. Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room. Just like us. The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in lounge. Pure dumb luck. So the killer couldn't go back to their room and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm. Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus! It's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for sacrifice! Don't go making all that noise so suddenly! That was starting to kind of fade out and get out of line a little bit. But why did you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down. If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went out to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden. If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed. Gundam, please, can you at least say something? Oh, this is going to break her heart a little bit. Answer me this, including myself and my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction. How many ears do we possess? Huh? The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist. Is that your argument? You bastard! Do you not understand the situation you're in right now? Do not panic! The truth shall now commence! At the time I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right! That's all it was! The world is always so simple! Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect? And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you! It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part!
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with a majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Now he's rushing to now he's chomping at the bit. What the hell's going on now? Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce? Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something? Probably has to do with the Future Foundation file, right? I mean, that's really the only thing that I can think of at this point.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later and finish this opening act already.
Ah! You said opening act again!
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam! I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning. Since the beginning? Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway? I see. Contact elevator is broken. As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House. And what's wrong with that?
Well, if the elevator is broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm at the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Ha 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 ha! Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction. That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. It's gotta be the suddenly appearing or strange appearance or whatever. It's gonna come up, right? It's gotta come up. No. Uh-oh. Well now. That makes things interesting now, doesn't it? That elevator was the only means of travel. Not technically. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses. The only means of travel. Plus the elevator was broken at Grape House. Okay, if the killer cannot return to Strawberry House, since I was at Strawberry House at the time, there is no question that the following crime is impossible. It would have been different if they had an accomplice, or if it was a secret passageway. There it is. How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? Okay, so I see what I gotta do. I gotta go grab Akane's secret passageway and shoot the only means. So, I should have enough time. I got 5 minutes. I can flip through this and get to the statement that I want, which was close to the end, by the way. After this, it was pretty soon after this, I remember. The accomplice, and then secret passageway. I'll grab you, and we'll hurry on to the beginning again. Cycle on through. Elevator was the only means of travel. Gotcha. No, it was not! Now the other question I have to... you know what? We'll go just a bit longer. No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator. Such a method does not exist! Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method? Oh, we're back to selecting someone. Maybe it's closer if I go this way? Nope, he's like the exact opposite side of where Hajime stands. That's awesome. I guess I lost a lot of life in that Hangman's Gambit. I didn't realize. Ooh. Okay. Nagito, you should know.
Huh? Oh, what are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? Nagito, why are you here?
Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Ah, jeez. Once again, I let the reserve corps show off. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise, I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected?
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted. Wow! Okay, I was not expecting one of these. However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room? Well, I mean, everyone knew about the existence of the final dead room. The only thing that we didn't know was what was on the other side. Regardless, we'll go ahead and rebut whatever the rest of Gundam's argument is in the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.